How nurturing sensitivity helps to build resilience. Welcome back, and first off, if this is the first time that you've ever been here and you want to learn about resilience, emotional intelligence, how to live life as a highly sensitive person, anxiety, and all things mental health and well-being, then please make sure you subscribed and turned on the notifications so you know each and every time I post a video. So today I want to explore a little bit more about how nurturing sensitivity actually helps to build resilience, and to some degree, sensitivity can actually be the key to resilience. If you want to take a look back at some of the videos I've done in the past, you'll understand that when we're talking about resilience, authenticity is integral to anything that we're talking about. So the ability to understand what I'm feeling, what I need as a result, and then being able to communicate that is vital. And so it's really, really important that if somebody is a highly sensitive person or somebody is more sensitive than other people, then to suppress that is only ever going to go against any kind of resilience. Resilience is making sure that we can do what we need in the moment. And if we're pretending to be somebody else in order to show up to the world in the way that we feel we will be accepted, then we're not going to be able to be resilient. It's not just sensitivity. We're talking about anything. If you can't be yourself, then you're not going to be able to be resilient, right? So that's just of huge importance as a place to start off. Lots of people, when they think about sensitivity, still think about it as a weakness. I'm talking people who see it completely as a weakness and so are against it, and think that people that are sensitive are weak, and so like the kind of stigma type of thing that we're talking about. Also, I'm talking about the people that even feel like they support people who are highly sensitive, but there's somewhere within them they think that they do it because the sensitivity is actually a vulnerability. Sensitivity is not a vulnerability. I'm going to say that again. Sensitivity is not a vulnerability. And some people think that in order to help people live as a sensitive person, you need to somehow change them or suppress their sensitivity in order to make them more resilient. It is the opposite to that, okay? So if you think that somebody being sensitive means that you need to somehow work against that sensitivity in order to build resilience, then you're going down the wrong path, in my opinion. Self-knowledge when it comes to sensitivity is absolutely vital. If you create the right conditions for a sensitive person, their self-knowledge will be of much higher standard to your average person. Sensitivity means you see the subtle differences in things. And so when you're looking at and building upon your own knowledge of yourself, your sensitivity is going to help you. Self-knowledge is huge when it comes to resilience. So if we can nurture the sensitivity within people, you're going to help to build that resilience within them. I've said this before, I'm going to say it again because I think it's important at this moment. When somebody says that somebody is too sensitive, what they actually mean is that they can't handle the way that they feel when they sense the person's sensitivity. And I'm going to say this again. Your sensitivity has never been the thing that is wrong with you. What is wrong has been the environment in which it's been built around your sensitivity that won't accept it. The moment you begin to accept your sensitivity in all of its glory, the knowing that, yes, I do spend a lot of my time in overwhelm, you start to realize that even though I do spend a lot of my time in overwhelm, if I put the right practices in place around me, then I can still be hugely, hugely resilient. And actually I can take the positives of self-knowledge, of understanding other people, of intuitively knowing what I need in the moment. These are the real things, the building blocks upon which you need for resilience. And when I work with people trying to build resilience within them, essentially the place that I start is to try and get them more sensitive to themselves so that they can understand what they need, and then they can become much more clear at communicating that to the people that they need. So sensitivity is actually the building blocks. Sensitivity is the foundation upon which resilience can be built. Sensitivity is not a weakness. Sensitivity is not equal to vulnerability. Sensitivity is an absolute superpower when we start to change the conversation. I'm here to do that. This video has just been a starting point of trying to get people to start to think about sensitivity in a different way. Even if you're somebody that feels like you do support sensitivity, but somewhere in you still feel like it is partly a weakness and that we need to challenge the sensitivity in order to build resilience, I can tell you categorically that I believe you to be wrong. And actually the real truth is we need to start to embrace the sensitivity, understand what it's needed so that we can nurture that core sensitivity, that core intuitively knowing of what's needed and what to do as a result. And the closer you can get to that, the more resilient that you're going to be. I'm going to explore this more and more in coming videos, because one of my goals in my life is to make sure that we create a better environment for sensitive people, because I think if we do that, we create a better world. I'd love to hear what you think. Make sure you leave me some comments down below and like the video if it's been useful to you, and always reach out to me if you want me to further explain some things or to have a conversation about this. I'll see you next week.